I'm clearing this whole room. Hi, baby. Hi. You think you're getting something? Yeah? You think you're getting something? Yeah? You're not. I'm sorry, I don't have any treats right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, baby. Maxie. Hi. Yay. Okay, I can get through the day now. Let's have a chat, shall we? Now, first of all, you can probably hear in my frog voice, all of the bass, the deep bass in my voice. I've been sick this weekend. I'm actually feeling better-ish right now, so I figured let's do a little vloggity vlog. Because also, I have been gone for like many months. Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs to have our little chat here about what's been going on. Basically, hi, I'm Jamie, and I think I've been suffering from some burnout, which is why you haven't seen anything from me in an eternity. And I've been sort of reevaluating everything in my life. Is this angle terrible? Kind of is. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're just really gonna do the quickest of chit chats. There we go. Okay, so I've been sick. Still a little sick. Still like 50% sick, to be honest. I'm still not feeling good. But that doesn't explain the last few months where I haven't posted any videos. I haven't had any live sales for my reselling business. I haven't put any videos out over on my other channel in years. I've been sort of going through it lately, but not really. Like, let me preface it by saying I've been really happy lately. I've been having a fantastic time lately because all I've been doing is taking care of my kids, hanging out with my kids, and reading a bunch of books and going on walks in nature. So it's been a good time for Jamie, but at a certain point it's like, am I ever going to go back to making any kind of money? Or am I just going to exist from here on out? So the actual working part of my life, now there's Gardner, it's Gardner now, of course. Yeah, the actual working part of my life, I have not been doing anything. And I've been really burnt out with work. And I just haven't wanted to work. Thankfully, there's so many sounds right now, I can't even. Thankfully, we are in a position where it doesn't like devastate us financially if I take a couple months off. I have still been selling things, like I still have stuff listed on eBay and stuff like that. So things have still been selling. I've still been having a little trickle of money coming in. I just haven't had any videos and I haven't done any big live sales. And it's been fine. It's been more of just like a very small trickle of passive income, like as passive as it can be in my reselling business. But when we get down into my office, because I decided this video is just gonna be, let's walk through the house and maybe tidy up a few things because of course I've been sick, which means the house is a wreck right now. It's not like the other members of my family pick up the slack for me while I'm sick. They just continue exploding and just leave it for me for whenever I feel better or better enough to start cleaning the house again. So it's been like the solid weekend. Today's Monday. The whole weekend I didn't clean anything, and you will see what it looks like. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as it's ever been, obviously. But yeah, there's some stuff I gotta tend to. And I'll talk more about my burnout and my future ideas for work and stuff like that once we get down into the office, because I'm gonna just walk through and show you what's been going on lately. Maybe do a quick reset of each room of the house while I'm chit-chatting. Probably means I need my little microphones. I haven't done this in a while, but let's just have a chat. Let's do a vlog. Let's reset the house, and I'll tell you let's just catch up. Let's just catch up on what's going on. Okay, how's that sound? All right, let's start with the bedroom, since this is where we are right now. It's been worse, obviously. Not bad. There's a laundry situation. The bed's not quite made, so I'll probably start there. I mean, it's close, but not quite. I started folding some towels earlier. There's a few things out of place on the dresser. There's my coffee. Using socks as a coaster. But the main issue up here is the books. I do have a solution for this. Like I said, I have been reading a lot lately, and I wish I could say that that means, I don't know, like the amount of books that I have should be going down, but instead it's going up. These are all books that I have not yet read. And I've been getting a lot of books from the library, and that's kind of been my downfall. Not to say that it's a downfall really, but you know, one of my goals was to get through the books that I already had before I started acquiring more books. And I just completely stopped doing that. And honestly, no regrets at all. I have fully embraced my bookish side now. It's all I want to do. I've been having a great time. I'm on Goodreads and Fable. I'm in a couple of book clubs on Fable, and I love it. And so that has been inspiring me to get books that I didn't already have and read things that I wouldn't normally read. And I love it. Over here, this stack are books that I read last year. This stack is books that I've read this year, and some of those too. Some of these I have not yet read. But I'm only keeping these because I do want to do a video eventually. I've actually read a lot more than just this, but I've, like I said, gotten a lot of them from the library. So these are the ones that I own that I've read. Also not counting audiobooks, which I've done a bunch of audiobooks too. But I want to talk about these in videos and stuff. So I haven't let them go yet. And I do want to keep some. The amount of sounds, hopefully you can't hear all of it because I have my microphone on, but airplanes, construction, gardener. There's so much going on outside right now. Let's just say hi to Penny for a second. Hi, Pen Pen. Mommy, I can't be disturbed. Hi, baby. Do you like your window seat? You guys, if you have cats who like being in the windows, this contraption from Amazon is about the best thing we've ever purchased. You have to kind of have the right kind of window for it. You know, it has to have like a place to latch onto or to like hook around. But it's fantastic. You like it, Penny? Penny, you look like a marshmallow right now. Are you just a little marshmallow? You're just so cute. Sorry my voice changes when I talk to you, but I just can't help it. You're just so cute and darling. She loves this spot. Anyway, don't need to talk about the books forever, but obviously the books are a situation. I still have books in that cabinet. I have a million more books over there in that cabinet. But things are changing, and I no longer feel the need to hold on to every single book I've ever read. Like I said, I have these over here still because I do want to do a video about them. But then I've decided I'm only going to keep like the 5-star best of the best kind of reads. That's my plan. I just don't feel the need to have so many books taking over my house. She laughs as she says with this happening behind her, but truly I don't need the trophies. You know, some of those books that I read, I did not like. Some of the ones, not a bunch, but some were just okay. also. Like, it was like, okay, well, that was fun. That was fine. It was good. But I don't need to hang on to it like a trophy anymore. I truly don't feel the need. If I had the Beasts library, of course I would keep every single book I've ever read and every single book I think I might read, or just fill it to the brim with books that I know I'll never get to because life is too short. Yeah, so I'm only gonna keep my best of the best favorite books from now on. And if something is maybe part of a set or really collectible or something, but I'm gonna be much more picky about the books that I keep from now on. And I'm just gonna keep on reading. For now, let's tidy up a little bit and I can keep talking. All right, I'm gonna start over here in the sick corner because this is just what happens when you're not feeling good. These are the books I'm currently reading, like actively have opened and are reading words from. And still, I will say, I've said this before in a video, but the amount of time it takes to reset any room in the house ever since I did my big decluttering, whatever, challenge, sweep, ever since I decluttered every room of the house, essentially, it does not take long to get things back to looking basically decent. You know, like to this point where if somebody said they were going to come over, I wouldn't be panicked, right? Like, hey, I'm coming over. That used to incite panic in me because I do not like a messy house. Now it's like, it doesn't take long to reset. Hold please. One thing that happened recently that sucked was my computer died, like crashed, like full meltdown, done forever. My laptop, the one that I edit all my videos on and all that. And I was in the middle of editing my son Bo's first YouTube video. It was actually a class project for the California Mission project that fourth graders do here in California. Every kid has to study a mission and then do some sort of project on it. Back when I was a kid, we all had to make a model of a mission, or actually a mining camp was an option my year. So I did a mining camp, but it's kind of like California resident rite of passage, and they still do it. And so instead, his mission was close enough to where we live that we went there and he did a tour on video. He researched it, he wrote a script, he did voiceovers, we found pictures online and did a full tour, a full Huell-Hauser California Gold style tour. And he was the tour guide and it was adorable. I have it linked on my channel if you want to watch it. It's the cutest thing. I mean, obviously it's my kid, so I think it's the cutest thing in the world, but it's actually educational too. Like, he did a really good job. I'm gonna turn this a little bit. So I was in the middle of editing that video when my computer was like, we're done. We don't want to exist anymore. We give up. It was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, which I guess for a computer is like ancient. So it could not be saved. And thankfully, because this isn't my first rodeo, everything was on external hard drives. Everything was backed up. I pay for a cloud service, basically. It's not the Apple one. I pay for a different one, but so everything was backed up. It didn't ruin the project, thankfully. Although I had a momentary panic that maybe I had lost it, but I knew I still had all of the video files and everything. It just would have meant I would have had to start the editing over again for him, but that even wouldn't have been the end of the world. But still, thankfully that didn't happen. But I did have to go buy a $2,000 new laptop, which I'm just never prepared for, dropping 2 G's at the Apple store. It's never a good day. It's nice to have a new laptop, but whew, that was an unexpected expense that we could have done without, especially since I wasn't really working at the time. Like, that was one thing that was going on that was eating up a lot of my time. You're probably, if you've been here for a while, wondering where's the garage clean out video, because I've been promising that for a long time. And I will say this, good news, it's filmed. We did it, at least part 1. We have not cleaned the entire garage, okay? But part 1 is filmed. We cleaned a really good amount of it out during the sounds. If there's any question on whether or not I have ADHD, the fact that sounds outside distract me from what I'm thinking about so wildly, it's scary. It really is scary.
There's a gardener outside with a leaf blower. And I can't function now. I can't think. That's all I can focus on. What was I saying? Oh, the garage. Over spring break, we cleaned out, I'd say, half plus of the garage. And I filmed it. And ever since then, I have had a deep and crippling amount of editor's block. And I can't edit the damn video to save my life. Every time I open it, I just stare at it. I click through it all. I sort the files. I do all sorts of stuff other than like what I need to actually be doing to edit the video. And I don't know what's wrong with me. And that's part of the reason why we're just doing this one today, because I just need to get something up, you know, something low friction. This video is not gonna be beautifully edited. It's just gonna exist. And that's why I have the microphone on and I'm just gonna yap away at you. All that was Blake's clean laundry and he can deal with that himself. Yes, he can. He's a grown-ass man. And I am not his mother. Just gonna put away my laundry now, I guess. It's not a whole lot of stuff. Blake's dirty laundry is just going to continue to exist over here. And I don't really, oh yeah, hey, look, here she is. RIP. Why do we still have it? We should have given it to the recycling thing while we were there. That's always a problem. Have you guys had that too? Like old electronics that need to go away, but like safely, because I don't know if people can still access information on this. That's always a hang up. I know if we take it to Apple, like they'll dispose of it properly. They'll probably take out all the good parts and reuse them too, knowing Apple. My closet. Can you guys see my closet? My closet still looks good, you guys. Look, still nice and beautiful. Empty hangers. Can you go here? Yeah. You're a little crooked, I'm sorry, but that's how things are gonna go right now. Not overstuffed, loose, nice and loose. Everything's breezy, the way I like it. If you need to hear this right now, if you are someone who needs to hear this, clean out your closet. It makes life so much easier. It's so easy to just hang up clean clothes. It's not a problem. Clean clothes don't just sit around for eternity because you know it's like totally crammed in your closet. Like I just don't have that problem at all. If I have stuff to hang up, I just walk over here. Takes like a minute, tops, max. Just hang it up. And that's that. And you're done. And everything's loose. Loose and breezy. Just the way I like it. I might be going a little stir crazy. This is what happens when I've been sick and I don't go outside, I don't interact with people for a few days. I feel like I get a little bit loopy. Well, look at that. How easy was that? I feel like I am missing a couple hangers though. Kids probably stole them. Yes, I will blame my kids for that. I'm sure there's a million hangers on their floor that I could just go grab. But yeah, closet's still good. I got all my millions of t-shirts and I don't care if you judge me. I don't know what this is all about. It's a bunch of Blake stuff. And since I don't know what it's all about, I'm just gonna do this. Just kind of get it off to the side a little bit. And he can deal with this later. And he won't, but I'll deal with it later once he comes home and tells me what it is. Over here, that's his laundry that I'm not gonna mess with right now. This is probably dirty too. Over here, we can just get my laundry in there a little bit better. Oh, I did buy a walking pad. It's not gonna live here forever. I have a better place to put it. I know a lot of people put these under beds, which is totally what it's meant to do. And I am gonna put it under a bed. It's just not gonna live in here anymore. We'll talk about that in a minute. Those are my walking pad shoes. The little remote control. These are my indoor shoes. Like they're not outdoor dirty. I washed them. There's a random bookmark. I have a little bookmark section over here. And I have been using the walking pad. I like it. Oh man, I'm suddenly really like stuffy. I've been setting it up right here and then watching TV. It's so nice. Just for days when I'm super pressed for time, I just don't have it in me to go somewhere. And I got it over like winter. Was it winter? Maybe. But if it happens to be raining and I still want to get up and move my body a little bit, which is almost never around here, but we are supposed to be getting an El Nino, so maybe it will be rainier this season. But yeah, it's just another option, and it was cheap. I mean, it was like less than $200. So I'm like, why not? Of course, here I am just telling you all the things I've purchased lately while I haven't been making money. Not responsible. Don't listen to me for financial advice. This is kind of a mess. This is my little microphone case, so I just added that. These need to go downstairs. But honestly, I'm going to put them with my computer at the very moment because I think I've done everything I need to do with these, but I'm not 100% positive. This needs to go downstairs. It's a pair of sunglasses. All of this stuff, this is the oil for the walking pad. So honestly, that's going to go downstairs too. This is a random little battery. That's going to go downstairs. This I'm keeping here because I need to get a new one of those. These can go downstairs. All of this is memory stuff, except for some of the stuff down at the very bottom, which should not be there at all. I'm gonna just pull out the sensitive materials at the bottom, but the rest is memory stuff that goes in here. It's stuff that goes in the cedar chest. Obviously, because I've been an idiot and I've been stacking books on top of the cedar chest, it makes it too hard to put stuff in there, to just toss stuff in there easily. But this is gonna be moving. This is gonna be moving out of this room. This whole area is gonna be changing. But I'm not gonna tell you about that yet. Let's keep cleaning. So hold on while I take some stuff out of here. And then this goes downstairs because I have the rechargeable one for my candles. This goes downstairs. The mismatched socks stay. This will go with me. My brush just floats around down here. And this stuff goes downstairs. And that, if it ever will focus, hello. That is kind of how that is just gonna stay for now because it's good enough. All right, so all this is going downstairs and a couple more papers. So let's gather all that stuff up and there we go. Bedroom reset. These need to go downstairs too. We got a lot to take downstairs, but essentially we're reset in here. And that didn't take long. And I was yapping away too. So obviously my water needs to come downstairs also. A few things need to come downstairs, and I need both hands. So you're not coming with me to carry this stuff downstairs, but we'll get there. There's still, you know, a couple little issues, but it's manageable. Really need to vacuum in here, so that'll be next. So let's move on and chat in a different area.
Hi, editing Jamie here. In a moment, you're gonna see my ADHD start to spiral really bad, and I end up walking through the house and just talking and not cleaning anything up. I do acknowledge that I do this. I at least realize it in the moment that that's what's happening. Later on in the day, I did go back and I tidied up those rooms and I filmed it. So what I decided to do is just do a little picture-in-a-picture split screen kind of thing. So you are gonna see me talk about the space while I am also cleaning it up later on side by side, like sped up, because otherwise this video would be 400 years long. So a little bit different, a little bit strange. That's just the theme of this entire video. So anyway, enjoy.
I think the next logical step is to do this place. Let's see if the light will turn on. I don't know what's going on with this light. You hit the switch and then like 6 to 10 business days later, it turns on. We have talked to our building manager about that. I guess I would like to talk to you about what's gonna go on here. This table is not gonna live here anymore. It's been great, it's been good. It is the last week of school currently, so nobody has been doing homework on it. In fact, nobody has had homework in a while, so it has turned into a catch-all. When the kids were consistently doing homework here, this desk worked out really well because like they would sort of tidy it, filled with Band-Aids right now, but they would tidy it as they needed to use it basically every night. So it never got super out of control, kind of like it is right now. But Like I said, I've got some plans, and this desk, I haven't fully decided if this one's going in our bedroom or if this one's going in the kids' bedroom, but because I have to do some measuring. But basically this desk isn't going to live here anymore. Like my little book cart too. More books, because there's never enough. This box is some stuff from Blake's grandma's house that we just got last night. I actually just need to take that downstairs into the office because I'm going to be scanning all the photos, and there's the most gorgeous quilt in the world in there, and I'm so excited about it. Garbage from the bathroom that just needs to be taken to the dumpster. Wet, gross, dirty towels that need to go downstairs to the laundry room. This is a bin of stuff that needs to be donated, I believe. Both of these are donation boxes. And then some plushies. And then, yeah, just this whole mess of stuff. But again, this isn't even going to take that long to just tidy it up real quick. But first, I still need to take this other load of stuff downstairs. So I'm going to do that first. In fact, I have changed my mind because that is my prerogative. I'm just going to throw these over the rail real quick. This is my method for getting stuff down there. Oh, shoot. Ooh, that was lucky. I gotta be a little bit more careful here because that table is in the wrong spot. Oh, wow, you guys are seeing all sorts of weird stuff right now. Anyway, this is how I do that. This is how I do this. This is literally how I do things in this house, you know? Just throw it. You'll see that whole situation. I'll explain all of that in a minute. Here's the overview of the messy downstairs. You can tell, let me zoom in. You can tell it's just a lot of kid explosion, you know, that just hadn't been put away. It was Bo's birthday recently, so there's balloons, there's cupcakes over on the table. And yeah, when mom's sick, nobody puts anything away and nobody else cleans anything up. So I actually have decided, let's just do a little quick walkthrough because it's hard to explain like what's going to happen to this table and all this stuff without telling you what's going on first. So I think I've buried the lead long enough. I'm going to take this garbage downstairs too while I'm at it. We'll just give you a quick overview. Kids' room is just, you know, it's a kid's room. So the musical instruments are moving. The playmat is moving. This new dresser that we got them, it's going over there under the window in between the beds. I'm putting one desk here and one desk there. So the kids will have two desks in here. I haven't decided if they're going to be matching desks or if one of them is going to be this table. I'm kind of thinking one of them should be this table because then we can put the keyboard on it. The keyboard stand has broken and I think the keyboard being on this table would work fine. It's such a deep table. It could be pushed all the way to the back of the table when they're not using it and then pull it forward when they want to play the keyboard. So yeah, I am going to reset this room too because they just have a lot of junk everywhere. My family has continued to put stuff on the stairs, which is the bane of my existence always. And if you think I'm walking down these stairs slowly, you are correct because I'm holding a camera, I'm holding towels, I'm holding the trash, and I have a history of falling down the stairs. Linen closet. It's getting a little bit crazy. Oh, here's a hanger right here. Really random because we don't keep any clothes down here at all. So that's strange. So yeah, here's the downstairs. I don't think it's gonna take all that long to put all this stuff away. It's just kid stuff. It's just out of place. It's stickers and trash and coloring and play sand and the claw machine that I hate so much and a few cups and, you know, this is just kind of your standard kid explosion. Got some birthday presents. Again, we've got the cupcakes. I bought a new stick vacuum. Hey, another thing I purchased. What do you know? There's another purchase I made while I'm not making any money. Again, don't follow me for financial advice, but it's fine because I don't buy a bunch of little crap anymore, you know? Instead, I just buy a bunch of big things. Oh, hey, check that out. We got the top row put on. In fact, insert time lapse here because I did film putting that up. I want to rearrange in here one more time. You know, once you like stare at something for a long period of time, I'm not totally happy with where I ended up placing everything, but it's gorgeous. I love having the upper level, even with the annoying light fixture that we can't move, that isn't centered on the room. I am just choosing to ignore that. I pretend it doesn't exist. But isn't it pretty? Look at all my pretty things. It's so nice and clean and organized looking. We are getting a new table. That's one of the things that's going to be changing here soon. While you're watching this time lapse, I will say, if you didn't know already, Blake's grandma passed away last October, and they have been cleaning out her house. They are selling her house in Iowa and emptying it out. She had a darling mid-century house filled with stuff that I like, filled with our kinds of things. And since they are Blake's grandma's things, we would rather have her mid-century stuff and sell the stuff that we already have, because then we have basically the same types of things, only better because they belonged to Blake's grandma instead of things that I have just found over the years at estate sales and belong to people that I don't even know. So we are going to be selling our table, because she basically had this same table. It had a gray top. It has a gray top instead of the sort of seafoam green. And then she also has 4 matching chairs that are the yellow color, the yellow cracked ice color. So that's why I have put a bunch of yellow mixed with the turquoise, because I knew I was going to be getting her yellow chairs. And I think it's all going to tie together, and it's going to be so perfect and beautiful. And we actually have a second table identical to this one in the garage that we need to sell. So we have 2 of these amazing, like diner looking cracked ice Formica. That's what they call this pattern. Gorgeous tables. And of course I love the turquoise. You know, do I wish that hers was the turquoise color or the seafoam green color? Sure, but I would rather have hers, and I don't totally care about the color that much. Plus I have a million vintage tablecloths that I can put over. And I love that we're gonna have the real matching chairs, more important than anything, that goes with the set. So overall, can't wait. Very excited about that. And what this means is Blake and I are driving out to Iowa this summer and picking up the table and the chairs and more stuff, which I'll talk about when we get into the office, because it's the catalyst for this big change that, like, of furniture in the house. You know, it causes a chain reaction when you get a bunch of new stuff, but it's important to us. It's furniture Blake loves and wants to keep and cherish, and the only place we have to put it is in the office. And I had already been not super happy with the office. The office has been a problem. Sorry for the lawnmower again. And I'm reevaluating my business anyway. So it was a sign. It's the push that I needed to do this, and it's gonna be great. But let's keep walking through the house real quick. Kitchen, dirty dishes, clean dishes that need to be put away. That's on me. Dirty dishes is on Blake. It's not as bad as it's ever been, but it's, you know, just there's stuff out. It needs a good deep clean, to be honest. We've got some good crummies going on the stove, but, you know, not as bad. I don't know what that's there for. I'm gonna assume it's dirty. For some reason, we've been putting our bread up here now. At least the buns. This was like left over from Bo's birthday party. We had like a Memorial Day barbecue at my aunt's house. We don't usually have giant things of buns like that. I don't know, not terrible. Let's just keep doing the walkthrough. Coffee bar. Oh, I never put this away. You probably said, Jamie, put that away when you're watching me make my coffee. This has been functioning beautifully. It always starts to collect a few little things. These are like things that need to go into the garage. And the garage is right there. Hi, Shadow. They tend to plop right here and not make it all the way in there, but whatever. This is also garage stuff. We had a big pile of boxes that needed to go into the trash, and that was blocking the door, like cardboard things. So that's kind of the reason for that. Laundry ever going. Bo got this for his birthday and it's charging. So that's why this is in here. Blake's lounge Have I shown you guys that yet? I don't even know if I have. Blake got a second IKEA Calyx shelf to store more of his records. And then we've got CDs and stuff. He still has overflow. Oh, it really wants to focus on Adele's face. Go ahead. Let's see her pretty face. He still has overflow of records, like all of these boxes of records. But this is none of my business. This room is none of my business. I walk through this room to get to the laundry. And that's it. That's it. So I'll be doing some laundry. I did the other day, I cleaned off this shelf, although there's already something has ended up there and some trash that ended up here. And I cleaned this off. So this was actually looking nicer in here. Someday I need to reorganize my pretty shelves because they're not pretty anymore. They used to be like really cute and really nicely decorated, but I don't have that in me today. And then we're just gonna ignore all this because I don't know, it's Blake stuff. It's not my business. Not my business. Towels I will put away. I need to get some towels running. Again, I just need to clean all this up. Let's get to the main point of everything. Also, none of my business. Whatever happens in that bathroom, no thank you. That's the boy bathroom. I have nothing to do with that bathroom. Oh, more trash. Okay. If you're familiar with the office in here, I hope you see that this is not as bad as it's ever been. Because there's floor. I mean, we have clear walk all the way around the desk floor space. Although I was doing some shipping and I didn't put the bubble wrap away. So this is not proving my point very well right now. Bubble wrap just goes up here. But yeah, look, floor. So I can get to that desk. I can get all the way around. That's a bunch of empty cardboard boxes. Here's all my inventory for my vintage reselling business. It's somewhat neatly stacked up still. And I do have a couple bins that have overflowed over here. The clear ones are things I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace that should turn around relatively quickly. These bins are gonna go away, all of them, including all the stuff inside of them. I just need to sort through them first, but I hate these bins. These bins were the biggest mistake purchase ever. They're such pieces of garbage. I thought they were gonna be so cool because I could stack them in my reselling closet and they have these little doors that open. And I thought I'd be able to like get stuff from the sides. No, they're so cheap. They have little wheels on the bottom. I thought like the whole stack would be able to like roll out and in. It doesn't. There's no handle to pull them and the wheels are like this big. So once you load them up with anything other than like, I don't know, clothes maybe, anything remotely heavy, it doesn't roll. So anyway, bad purchase. All these bins are going away. Right now it has the blanket on here because the cats love to sit here. Yeah, the wooden spoon is to keep the window open because the window doesn't stay open anymore. We have talked to our landlord about that as well. Actually, if you've been here for the whole rat saga, the landlord just did a walkthrough of all their apartments where we got to tell them every single thing that was old or broken, not quite working right, and supposedly they're gonna be fixing things. They were just working on the roof last week. Don't really know what they did up there, but it was loud. I know that much. Gave me a bad headache one day and I was getting sick too. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this means they're starting to do some actual preventative, more consistent maintenance. So that would be fantastic. Like I would love for these windows to just open and stay open without a wooden spoon being jammed in there. What a concept. We told them about that last year too, but with the whole rat thing happening, they weren't willing to fix anything beyond what absolutely had to be fixed. So let's talk about this room. Here's my plan. All that behind me and all of that under the windows. Ooh, back bend. Yeah. All that under the windows. I want it gone. It's not gonna be in here anymore. In fact, it's not gonna be in my life anymore. Temporarily, it's still gonna be in my life, but I've decided my vintage reselling business, oh, hi. There we go. Hi, camera angles. My vintage reselling business needs to fit entirely in this closet because this is where I store everything in a very organized and meticulous way. I have two sides here It's where all my shipping boxes are. All the artwork I have for sale is up there. It's very organized in here. You can't totally see it because this bulletin board's in the way. I even have a couple bigger bins that are okay in the middle. I can still slide out these bins when I sell something. This has always functioned very well. This is all of my currently listed inventory. This is stuff that is already listed either on Vamp or on eBay. And all of this is stuff that is not listed. For now, it's stable here. This is actually okay. And I can stack these, it can stack higher because I've just been putting some piddly little things on top that don't need to be there. But see, I only have 3 high right here. I can get it 5 high for now. And then as it dwindles down less and less and less, I'm not replacing it with anything. So once this stuff is listed, it's listed and that's it. It's done. And I'm not going to be replacing it unless I start getting room in here. And I'm not going to let unlisted inventory build up because I'm not purchasing anything hardly ever anymore. I haven't for the whole of last year. I've bought a handful of things, but no big giant lots. And also I'm going to be going through these and probably donating a lot of it, to be honest, especially this inventory. This stuff I had earmarked for flea markets, and a lot of it is not really worth a lot of money. And so I have decided, we haven't done a flea market in over a year, maybe close to 2 years. We haven't sold at a flea market. I really like doing it. It's a great way to make like a quick $1,000 or more, but the logistics of it is really hard for where we are in life right now. To set up for the flea market, you have to leave in the middle of the night. We have 2 little kids that can't be left home alone. We have 1 person that can watch them overnight. It's just really hard to coordinate. And so it like hasn't worked out for over a year, and we really haven't even been trying. So someday, maybe that will be more of a thing that we do when the kids are older, but it's not now. So why am I going to hang on to all this stuff that's worth $1? I'm going to donate it. I'm going to get rid of it. And I just want it gone fast. So when I'm sorting those bins that are under the window, I'm going to be looking at my spreadsheet that I have of my inventory. And if I've already made enough money on the lot that I purchased that stuff, because a lot of that stuff came bundled in big bundles during COVID. That's how long I've had this shit. And because it's not fun, exciting stuff, it wasn't like the big high value thing in the lot. I just sort of shoved it all in bins. So if I have already made my money and then some off of that lot of items, I'm going to just donate the rest of the stuff. I don't need to nickel and dime and squeeze every penny out of this inventory. What I need to do right now is clear this room, the whole room. I'm clearing this whole room. This whole room's going to be empty. Other than these bins against the wall. I'm allowing myself time to go through these bins against the wall. Eventually, they'll all be gone. And this table, this glass table, is the only thing in this room I'm keeping. Saying it out loud is kind of wild. Oh, and I have just the rest of this month of June to do it. Yeah. So the furniture we're going to Iowa to pick up from Blake's grandma's house is a bedroom set. It's a full-size bed headboard. We're not taking the bed itself, the mattress. We'll buy a new mattress, but we will have a full-size bed in here, a long dresser that has the mirror attached to it, and a high boy dresser. So 2 dressers and a full bed are going in this room. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. Because it's true. I already know, I already planned on what I'm going to do. This room is a lot bigger than you think. It's about 12 feet this way and 14 feet long. So this is a big room. I am turning this into a multi-purpose guest room. Basically, it's a guest room / office. Since I have decided to severely downsize my reselling business, possibly end it completely. I haven't made that decision yet, but I just don't feel the joy in it anymore. And I'm just way too busy between that and YouTube. I just can't do it. And that's what's been burning me out out so bad is I've been trying to do too many things. 2 YouTube channels, a vintage reselling business, live vintage sales, filming videos, taking care of my kids, baseball games, baseball practice, tennis practice, school events, school projects, and the fact that my kids started coming to me and begging me to stop working and to like sit and read with them and like hang out with them, and then getting overly excited when I do say I'm not going to be working. No, I'm not working this weekend. Let's go do something fun. The amount of joy that brought them made me realize like, oh, my priorities are not where I want them to be right now. That really contributed to my burnout like badly. And I've just been spending time with my kids, taking them to their sports and going to all their games and just devoting a lot more time to them. We started a family reading challenge, which I just totally like walked by and didn't even show you what that was. The whole family has been prioritizing reading more. I've been reading with the kids more. We go to the park and we lay out a blanket and they play on the playground, and then they come over and we read, and we've had picnics and we've been having a great time. So if I can just focus my money-making avenues into things that make me the most amount of money with the least amount of effort. Because right now I've been spreading myself thin, and I think if I just focus on YouTube more than anything, which is what I enjoy doing the most, making more videos, being more consistent with my posting. Maybe not every video is going to be this highly produced cinematic event. Maybe it's going to be more just vlogs like this. And I'm okay with that. This ended up being a lot more chatty and a lot less clean the housey, but that's okay. And I don't have a ton more time because I got to go get Brody from school. But yeah, I think I'm just going to be happier. I'm probably going to be making the same, if not more, amount of money because YouTube has been doing okay for me when I post consistently. Like during Vlogmas, it's freaking amazing. It's excellent. It's more than enough money that I need to be bringing in. And I just want to be free. I want to be released of the bins and the bins and the stacks of reselling items. I still, in my core, in my soul, love all of this vintage stuff. I need to still be playing with the vintage things in some capacity in my life. But also with the rat fiasco last year, I have a very big feeling with lots of bins and boxes and things stacked up. I want to be able to see all the edges and perimeters of my house at all times because I still have legitimate PTSD from having rats in my kitchen and then eventually working their way around the rest of the house once we made the cats stay in our bedroom. I think the cats really were keeping the rats hidden in the kitchen for maybe longer than we even realized. I don't want to talk about this anymore, but LOL, my battery just died. I'm taking that as the sign from the universe to stop talking about rats. Knock on wood. We're not going to talk about rats anymore. But anyway, because of the rat thing, I have changed how I feel about life, and my business hasn't been going the way I want it to anyway, because it takes a lot of time to be successful. I truly believe, and I know for a fact, based on other people that I know, you can have a very successful vintage reselling business. The actual business is not the problem, but you need space to store this stuff. If I had a brick and mortar, or even if I had a booth at an antique mall where most of this stuff lived, it'd be a different story. But I still haven't managed to get a booth in an antique mall around here. I don't know what the deal is. And they're quite expensive. And again, you got to put some good time into it, like filling it with new merchandise and stuff consistently. All of it just takes a lot of work to be successful at it. You can be, and if I was selling at vintage flea markets like every weekend, I'd be making tons of money. Like it would be really good, but I don't have the time to put into it that it requires. So I'm severely downsizing it, bottom line, and this room is turning into a guest room and office. And I want to keep my exercise stuff in here. Like I said, the walking pad is going to go in here under the bed that we're going to have in here. And it's vintage reselling closet. I'm still gonna have a desk for crafting, taking photos of the vintage things I'm selling, and it is still an office technically. This whole closet is gonna be filled with all of the photo albums and family memento things because I have a lot of that in these archival bins. And they will fit in that closet. That closet has a ton of space. I have a lot of good functional space in this room. Like that walk-in closet for my resale stuff, it holds a lot of stuff. I think I have over 600 items listed right now, and they're all in that closet. So as long as I'm not selling giant bulky things, it fits a lot of stuff in there. Also, my reward, here's the other thing. Once all of these bins are gone, which is the goal, no bins here whatsoever at all. I feel like I need to even back up so you can fully get the whole picture of what we're doing here. Yes, there is a door there that goes to the bathroom, which we never use. We've taken the doorknob off of it. We've closed it up, pretend like it's not there, because the wall space in here is actually kind of limited. There's like doors and closets and windows on every wall except for just this one back here. So it does make arranging furniture in here a little bit tricky. So we've closed off the door to the bathroom because obviously you can get in through the hallway here, and we don't use it as like an ensuite. This is technically the master bedroom, but we like being upstairs on the same level as our kids to sleep at night. So once all these bins are gone, you might remember I used to have two bookshelves, two big, tall, beautiful Billy bookshelves in there, but we took them and added them over there, right? Like we moved them over there and made that whole thing, which love. Best decision design-wise in this apartment thus far. 10 out of 10, no notes. Adore it. But I am now missing book storage. Like we have all of those. And these are vintage resale business books, all of these, right? So those will be gone. I need to go through those too and donate a bunch of those because I'm just not gonna. I don't need to. I don't want to. I don't want to do it anymore. So eventually my reward for getting through all of this, which will really, really motivate me because I want them really badly, is a new set of Billy bookcases to actually put books. So this room will be a guest room, an office, vintage reselling storage, family memento storage, exercise room, and home library. Six different functions. And I'm not worried. If you think, Jamie, there's no way you could fit all of that into one room, watch me. I already have it all planned out. You might not know this, but I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in interior architecture, and space planning is my forte. So I'm positive it's going to be amazing in here. I have some little like ideas for sort of making it a flex space too, where it can change and adapt based on the current function that we need it in that moment, like what we need it to be. It's going to be amazing. I'm super excited about it. And I have 3 weeks to do this. Three-ish weeks. This is the last week of school for my kids and for Blake. Today's Monday. Beginning of July, end of June, beginning of July, sometime, we're going to Oregon. From Oregon, Blake and I are driving to Iowa, leaving the kids in Oregon. We're picking up the furniture. We're going to tow a enclosed U-Haul trailer from Iowa with our truck, which Blake's never towed anything before, so that'll be fun. And we're gonna bring it home, and then my parents are gonna bring the kids home and meet us back here. And so before we even go to Oregon, this room has to be ready to accept the new furniture. So I gotta get going. I gotta go. What am I thinking? I don't have time to tidy up my house. The rest of my house needs to just deal with itself. No, I'm kidding. I think this video is already like really long. So you got to see me tidy up my bedroom, and that's basically it. I'm sorry. I thought this was gonna be more of me actually accomplishing things and talking while I accomplish things, but instead it ended up me being just like, here's the fun stuff I have planned. Hopefully it was satisfying enough. Like I said, I just needed to get something up. You know, I just needed to get back in the swing of things. So real quick, because I know there's probably going to be 400 million questions, things that I already have flushed out in my mind, but I'm just not explaining on camera well at the moment. At this moment of time, what I'm thinking is one of these desks is going to go in the boys' room. They'll have some nice desk storage. I know someday they're going to want their own computers. they don't need them yet. They're still in elementary school. But looking towards the future, having a desk for each of them and the bed for each of them, it's kind of set up more like a dorm room that way. And I think it'll function really well for them. So maybe ultimately both of these desks are going to go in their bedroom. I don't know what I'm going to do first. At least one is going into their bedroom. The other one might go into our bedroom, or that brown table that I use as their homework desk now will go into our bedroom, because basically this load mess of garbage needs to go in our bedroom. And that's the only part I'm not looking forward to in this whole thing, is that Blake's computer is going to be in our bedroom now. I might end up hating that and we might move it back in here somehow. I'm not saying that this is forever, but for now, this is the idea. This calyx is going out into the other room. I'll show you where that's going to go in a second. This really nice functional industrial metal storage situation, great storage, excellent storage. That's gone. I'm going to sell that. We bought that on Facebook Marketplace anyway, so I'm going to just plop it right back on Facebook Marketplace. And then once all these bins are gone, bookshelves, this desk is going to go here, coming out into the room. So it'll have bookshelves behind it and a desk right here coming out. So this will be kind of the office area. Long dresser with the mirror over here, headboard, bed coming out this way in front of the window. The cats are going to live on this bed in front of this window. Guarantee that will be just their happiest place on earth. High boy dresser is going to go back here. There's lots of room back here. I mean, look at all this shit I have back here. This skinny little bookshelf, I think, is going to go in our bedroom, or it's going to go away. Haven't decided yet. It might just go away, but also I don't hate the idea of having more book storage. And frankly, nothing stores books better than a bookcase, okay? There's all these different ideas of like where and how to store books. I am team bookshelf. Nothing holds books better than an actual bookshelf, especially if you have a really tall one and you use the vertical space in the room. Okay, so this is coming out here. So let's mosey on back out here. And this might not be forever either, but at least for summer, this area here has been like the art station and snail habitat for basically the entire neighborhood. We have mostly two little girls that live down the street. They're just little feral street children. More than half the time, they don't even have shoes on and they're just running around in the street, and I love them deeply. And so they come over here and they do arts and crafts and make messes and be kids. And I love that they like doing that over here. Our kids are at their house half the time too. Like, it's just a very communal neighborhood. And this has been where I've been storing their art supplies, right? Like, it's been good and functional, but one of the doors ripped off. This piece is just from Target. Don't worry, this is not like a good piece of furniture. It's just a laminate press board, put it together yourself Target situation. I've had it for probably 2 decades. The door was very loose and wobbly, and then it finally crapped out one day. And this is going away. This is going in the dumpster. So I'm gonna put the calyx here, which is the best kind of storage for kids anyway. I can put some, just the big deep bins for them to just dump stuff into, and then some of the smaller, like this size, 2 of those stacked on top of each other fit in a cube. Then they've got their little table. I have a rug that I put down underneath it sometimes. And that's just gonna be what this area is gonna be for a while. Is it the prettiest thing in the world? No, but the kids have so much fun, and I need a space for them to do their arts and crafts, and I don't mind it right here. Does it get messy like this, like every single day? Yeah. And during the summer, it's gonna be insane, but I don't care. So that's where that's going. I'll go back upstairs now that you've seen the whole concept. Hello, sir. You look so evil right now. I love you so much, Maxwell. Max has been having a physical relationship with these 2 beanies lately. Why, Max? At like 3 a.m. also. So we're hearing that sound, that cat sound. So the more I think about it, I think in the beginning, I'm gonna put this in here, probably right here, and get the keyboard on it. Drums, I don't know where I'm gonna put yet. They might end up back out here because they used to be on this landing. I haven't decided yet, but I'll find someplace for it. The play mat, I think, is going to go out here now. Could be just kind of like a flop down and read little area. And the other desk is going to go right here. The cedar chest is going downstairs into the office with it's going to match the new furniture, the new old furniture from Blake's grandma. There's also a chance that there is a cedar chest at her house waiting for us. If that's the case, we will take her cedar chest and I will sell this one. So Blake's desk is going to go right here. And it's gonna double as his nightstand. We're gonna switch sides of the bed because right now he sleeps on this side. His CPAP's over there and stuff. This nightstand is broken. Both nightstands are broken. They both have the terrible press board flaking off water damage on top. They are not worth saving. This drawer is falling out down at the bottom. So see, now I can't even push it back in. You gotta lift up to push it back in. It's just bad. And then it's just filled with books underneath. So obviously I'm gonna have a different way to store books anyway. So I don't need that book storage. I'm gonna have bookshelves again. This one is in a little bit better condition. At least the drawer works. So I'm gonna move that one over there for me. Blake's desk is gonna be right here with his big ugly black chair, and it's gonna be obnoxious, especially if he wants to play video games with his friends and I'm trying to sleep. But silver lining, there's gonna be a bed downstairs. I guarantee you I will be sleeping down there somewhat frequently. Blake isn't gonna like that. I love my husband, but if he's snoring or if I'm sick, like the last few days I've been sick and I've wanted to like really prop up in bed and be alone, not have a hot body sleeping next to me. Cause you know, when you're all stuffed up and your face is hot and stuff, it sounded amazing to have a different place to go. And that room stays cooler too because it's downstairs and it has the ocean breeze in the front windows. So if he wants to stay up all night playing computer games, I can just go sleep downstairs in my own room. I honestly think this will be great for our relationship. Judge me all you want. If you are the type of person who thinks that the husband and wife need to sleep next to each other in bed every night, otherwise their relationship is going to end, enjoy your relationship with your husband. But I love the idea of having a spare bed in this house. I'm giddy. I'm giddy over the idea. There's so many times I've had to go downstairs and sleep on the couch because of one reason or another. Usually it has to do with one of us being sick. So now I'll have an actual bed I can sleep in. It's gonna be amazing. So yeah, that's what's gonna be here. He'll sleep on this side now, closer to the window too, because he likes the cold air and the fan and all that. So like, it's gonna be good. And we'll just throw away the broken one. And I think that's gonna be gone. So maybe that bookshelf, that little bookshelf will go right here because it's really narrow. You are getting bad focus again. I'm so sorry. I haven't been doing good cinematography. Yeah, I mean, that could be my like current books that I'm reading, or like when I'm storing books like this for a future video or whatever. It's just nice to have extra space for books. I think that will probably work. I think it's all gonna fit. And frankly, oh, hey, look, this light is on now. See what I mean? Hardly took long at all. Turn it off though, because now I don't even need it. Also, this bathroom's been staying pretty nice. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, like I've gotten better at sort of like day-to-day wiping things down. Could use a deep cleaning, but you know, I think that's all we have to talk about. I would tidy things up a little bit more for this video, just for the sake of the fact that I said at the beginning of the video that that's what I was gonna be doing, but I'm not, because Brody has beach day today. They went to the beach all day with his class, which is super fun, but we can pick them up at the beach so they don't have to walk back to school all sandy and chafing and stuff. Yeah, because it's close enough to walk. Hashtag blessed. We live so close to the beach, you can literally walk there from their school. So I have to go early to pick him up from the beach, like almost an hour early. So I'm gonna get ready to do that. And I'm not gonna clean up anymore. And also I'm a little bit tired now because I've been sick and I cleaned the bedroom and now I can enjoy the clean bedroom, and the rest of the house will happen eventually. But at least now you know what's been going on. And obviously I'm gonna film all that stuff that I talked about, and I'm excited to do it. I cannot wait. I can see it in my mind what that room's gonna look like, and I am really, really thrilled. It almost feels like lifting a giant weight off my shoulders is what it feels like. And yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with how things are gonna play out. Like I can see it all, and having that furniture from Blake's grandma is just, it's really important to Blake. You hear the sound? It's always so loud. I got to remember never to film on Mondays when the gardener's here. But yeah, and it's beautiful furniture. It's our style of furniture. It's in perfect condition because she kept everything just meticulously clean and tidy and organized. And it's going to be great. It's been really sad, obviously. Just haven't even fully processed it yet. And it's going to be really sad to go out there for the very last time to Iowa and pick that stuff up. And I know it's going to be really hard on Blake, but I think what I can do to help is to set up a beautiful room where he can enjoy her stuff too. It's going to be great once I have the bookshelves in there. It's a nice little place to like cozy up on the bed and read a book. Those front windows, that's the front of the house. Those windows, when you open them up, it's a direct line from the ocean breeze. And there's no better feeling in the world than a cool ocean breeze whipping through some open windows. So to sit on the bed with a book, obviously the cats will be there 100% of the time. It's just, I can feel it already and it's going to be so nice. And I'm so excited about it. And I hope you enjoy watching me completely detonate and make a huge chain reaction in my entire house, because literally like every single room, I guess other than the lounge, is going to be affected by this. But it's okay. I love this kind of stuff. I love rearranging furniture and moving stuff around. I might paint in there. I might paint the wall. Right now I'm 85% sure I'm going to paint the wall. We'll see what happens once I actually have to start like cleaning stuff out and moving things around. But as of right now, my idea is to paint the wall. And just one, the vaulted, it gets really tall in there. It goes up to like, I think 12 or 14 feet on one end of the wall and then back down to 8 feet, like normal height. So I'm going to paint the low wall. I'm not going to get up high on a ladder. There's no way. Not in an apartment. Not worth it. But definitely, I think I'm going to paint the one wall. And I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. And I'm really excited. As of now, my idea of what I want my future of reselling to look like, I just feel kind of like more at peace with it. So anywho, thanks for watching. Sorry I've been gone for so long. Hopefully you understand. Stay tuned. See you soon. Bye everyone.
Max, you good?